just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
What it do? It's First Choice Betting. We're back. Week 6 picks on the docket. Today is Wednesday, by the way. We're recording Wednesday, probably see like Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, depending on how things go. So we're going to pick Thursday night's game tonight. Just a little quick thing, obviously, because, it is what it is. But I freaking skipped over something, man. I skipped over the records so far. I'm at 54-26. Cam is 53-27. Kid X on top, 55-25. We're not differing that much here. It seems pretty solid. We're only one game apart, pretty much all of us.
On 12-4, 3 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, last week was a good week for you, huh?
They all kind of happen.
They're gonna
continue to be. This is gonna be the week, though. This is gonna be the week.
This is gonna be the week of 2 upsets. We'll get into that, but I guess we can just dive in the first game, unless Cam, the black box man, has anything to say.
Nope.
Nope.
Be 14-0 though.
He's not going 14-0. If you listen to him, you will go 0-14. Simple. All right.
Yeah.
First game, Thursday night football. Bucks Eagles. I got the Bucks. Simple.
Bucks. Simple. But Eagles +7. Sneaky pick.
Yeah, simple as pie. Bucks are gonna win. I don't know though. I think the Eagles are gonna put up a good fight. It's a closer game than a lot of people would imagine, I think. But either way, the Bucks should pull it out. You can't really bet on the Eagles money line with a sound mind.
Brady in prime time too is just fun to watch.
Yeah, if you're betting on the Eagles money line, you're insane in the membrane. I'll tell you that much.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
Insane in the brain.
Sunday. We're on to Sunday. The day.
Morning.
That's a solid day.
Sunday.
We got the Jags over in London town. I think they're like 4-3 over there. They have the most appearances of all teams, obviously, over there.
Yeah,
and they're
considered.
I completely forgot it was in London, dude. I'm tweaking. On the locks, I was talking about the 6.5 because I thought they were home and they got the home field advantage, 3 points, et cetera, et cetera. No. Okay, so I tweaked on the line. So if anybody's looking at that video and thought I was tweaking,
I forgot to.
But Dolphins, Jags, Sunday morning. I was thinking the Jags. I was liking the Jags.
Jags as well.
But I'm going with the Dolphins.
My first of 3 upsets this week. Taking the Jags at home. They won the most games in London. I think they're going to get their first win of the season this week against a just not very good Dolphins football team.
Who was back?
Yeah, I agree.
James Robinson's been looking amazing already this year. And he's going to have another good game this week.
Jags only put up 19 on Titans' poorest defense. How many points did the Jets put up? 24? 21?
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence has been looking a little bit better these past couple weeks. I think it's going to just be one of those back and forth games too. But Jags get the first win of the season.
Not me. I disagree.
Yeah, like I said, I agree. I think the Jags have a slight upper hand in London. And the Dolphins, is Jacoby Brissett starting or
No, I think Tua's off the injured reserve. I believe he's playing.
Tua?
First game back, are you really going to trust him that much?
I don't trust him, period.
I
don't trust him, period.
I trust him with a lot of confidence. This man is going to light up the Jags. Myles Gaskin also is going to put on a show, so keep an eye out for that. But
so is James Robinson.
James Robinson might. He very well may, but then again, Urban Meyer doesn't know how the touches are just split up after halftime. Supposedly he doesn't micromanage the players on the field. Supposedly he doesn't coach, is what he's saying, pretty much. So, don't know what that had to do with James Robinson, but it is what it is. All right, that's it for the London game. Next game is divisional game: Colts, Texans. Colts are home. Colts are 10.5-point favorites right now. I gotta go with 10.5-point favorites all day. Not the points, but the fact they're favorites. I'm taking them to win. It's easy.
Yeah, definitely not the points, but they will win the football game. I like the Texans spread a lot this week. So
Especially after last week's game against the Patriots, man. I think they'll keep them kind of close-ish.
yeah, one of these weeks they're gonna fuck up one of our lays. You already know that they're gonna beat someone here coming up.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it'll be the Colts at home.
I think I might take the Colts spread. If I were to take the spread, one of the spreads, I'm probably taking the Colts. I don't think the Texans are anything, man. They get special here and there for a second, but they really aren't anything. And the Colts defense was looking extra special the first 3 quarters last week. Obviously, the fourth quarter came along, shit happened, but I'll take those first 3 quarters.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen this week. I'm just saying, well, these weeks coming up, they're gonna beat someone here.
I think one of these weeks coming up, the Colts are gonna fucking shock a lot of people, and I think that's this week. So,
yeah, I think the Colts go on a quick 5-game winning streak. I forget their exact matchups. The toughest game out of their next 5 are the 49ers. So I do think they end up 6-4 here in 5 weeks.
oh shit, that's a very bold take, but I respect it.
Hey.
We will get to
They're
that,
showing their schedule on ESPN the other night during the game, and I was saying that to myself.
Who goes to ESPN for fantasy or for sports advice or for sports talk? That's first choice podcast.
No, they were just showing the schedule, man. God.
Alrighty. Showing schedules. Let's go to another divisional games. A lot of divisional games this week. I feel like I say that every week, but Packers at the Bears. I originally was thinking about the Bears, but then I thought about it. And it was Aaron Rodgers, and I think sometime soon here the Packers are going to get upset by a team. I don't know if it's going to be this week. It might very well be this week, especially seeing as it's in Chicago. But I'm still not liking the Bears all that much. Their fucking offense is questionable and their secondary is really bad. So
no, hate the Bears. Love the Pack. Love Aaron Rodgers. Pack are gonna win with ease. Pack are one of my teams. I love me some Pack.
Yeah, you got to go with Aaron Rodgers in the Pack here. I was thinking a little bit about the Bears earlier, but I was like, Justin Fields has just not been looking that great in that offense. I don't know really how they beat the Raiders. I mean, I think Justin Fields only completed like 11 passes or something. Yeah, the Packers are just the whole better team, whole better team. Freaking Devontae Adams, just 8 last week. 209 yards. We'll probably eat again this week.
I kind of want to look at the Packers to win by 13 plus. I want to see what those odds are.
By 13 plus?
Yeah. Because I mean that's obviously bold and whatnot, but like winning margin 14 plus is plus 240. So I mean it's not that great, but plus 240 is a decent amount. Might do it. I might do it.
Or something.
Definitely put it in a lay, yeah. Didn't think about that one. All righty. On to the next one. It's going to be the Chiefs and the football team. Football team's home. Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites right now, I believe, maybe 7, but I'm going with the Chiefs. They're gonna have to bounce back eventually, and the fact that the Washington football team, Gibson might be out, and they just aren't great. They really aren't great, and though the Chiefs haven't looked great, I think they're the better team, evidently. So, Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs need a bounce back game. That defense is miserable, and this will be a good bounce back game for them. Hopefully, I'm staying away from that spread just because of how they've been playing. And I think they're like 0-4 or 0-5 against the spread, something like that.
Yeah, they're not a good team against the spread. I don't think Gibson will be out. It seems like it's the same injury he's been dealing with fine this far. Scored
3.5 yards per carry, fine.
Yeah, he's scoring touchdowns. That's all that matters. But Chiefs are gonna win this game. If it's at 6.5, I don't think I'd mind the spread, but Chiefs aren't that good of a team against the spread, as we just said, so it's a little sketchy. But money line is a nice, safe addition to any lay you're trying to make this weekend.
Tickety facto. I like that. All right. On to the next one, Vikings Panthers. This is literally one of the games that I left blank until the end, and I really could not find anything to defend a specific side. So I kind of just went with a team that I don't think they're getting most of the bets. I think the Panthers are getting most of the bets. But I'm going to go with the Vikings. Not really much explanation. Both running backs should be back this week. Likely, it is Tuesday, by the way, or Wednesday, whatever. So you'll see if it happens. But I like Dalvin Cook back. I think the offense is going to start humming. Sam Darnold showed that he wasn't invincible last week against the Eagles. He's back to his old ways, it seems. Obviously, it was just one game, but I think the Sam Darnold of weeks past, week 1 through 4, with all his rushing touchdowns, all his touchdowns, no interceptions, shit. I think that's over. He's not perfect. Vikings offense is relatively good, and do expect a lot of points to be put up for this game. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings too. I think they're a good football team that's just had some shitty luck to start the season. And I think they kind of just been overlooked a little bit. Alexander Madison still played really well, even when Dalvin Cook hasn't played both games that he's been the starter. Ran the ball excellently. And I think the Panthers were just kind of a fraud team to start off 3-0. Everyone was like, "Oh, Panthers." They've lost 2 straight now against good football teams, and I think they will lose. Well, Eagles, I'm not going to say they're a good football team. That was,
Hey, call him your dad, Kai.
we all thought the Eagles were going to win that game. And
What's that guy's name who didn't agree with us?
was that Ed?
Oh,
No,
what is his name? The guy who commented the absurd comment. I completely forgot to address that. Yo, Mr. Joseph Wilson, you need to calm down. I'll tell you one thing. You need to calm down with all your political comments. I shouldn't have let that air, but it happened. And I'm sure you lost money last week, Joseph. But
Yeah, if you're actually putting your money where your mouth is, Joseph.
Yeah.
Probably not, though. Joseph seems like a I
Very
don't know.
not money mouth kind of guy.
Yeah, very not money mouth kind of guy. I would agree. Joseph, step your game up. Be better, kid. Amy Husky. What game are we on? What game are we on?
We were on the
Vikings.
Panthers, Vikings.
Oh yeah, the Vikings are gonna win that game. Panthers, like I said, well, no, not like I said, like X said, a bit of a fraudulent team to start the year, and they're gonna get shut down by a formidable Vikings offense, and that's the way she goes.
Vikings look kind of fraudulent last week, man. I will say.
Listen, you're fraudulent. No, just the Panthers. Just the Panthers.
The disrespect. You want to hear a team that's fraudulent?
Who?
The team that blew away the Colts in the fourth quarter 2 nights ago for us. The Ravens, and they're going to be.
I don't think they're fraudulent, bro.
They're fraudulent. They're fraudulent. They're not as good as they have been.
I don't think they're fraudulent.
Lamar Jackson's having a career year right now.
They're just very Lamar Jackson dependent, and wherever Lamar Jackson goes, that team will follow. So
He's for 400 yards. That's pretty crazy.
It's just all up to him, man.
442 or something.
He's out there breaking records, though.
But it doesn't matter because the other team is better this week. Justin Herbert is going to outshine Lamar Jackson.
It's simple.
Simple.
Really
Chargers
is.
plus 136 or whatever it is. Sprinkle it in. Take it. We're the +3. It's a lock. I talked about it.
He did talk about it. We talked about it. I like the over as well. So we did talk about that. But on the other video, you probably didn't watch it. It's the week 3 locks. Week 6 locks. I'm tweaking with the weeks, dude. I really tweak week. Cam,
week. It's a weekly tweak.
It's a weekly tweak. Cam, where are you going?
Yeah, so this is a game that I'm flip-flopping on. As we were talking about earlier, I have a bunch of 14 leg lays out this week, and I think I have 4 of them, and 2 of them have the Chargers, 2 of them have the Ravens. So it's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with the Chargers money line here. They just seem like a better football team. They're performing extremely well on offense. They have a very good passing defense, and the Ravens, they don't run the ball like they would really want to. So I think they outscore the Ravens I don't want to say easy. It's gonna be a tough game. Probably like a nice like 4 to 6 point game in the Chargers' favor.
Yeah, I do think it's a trap game. I do want to admit that before we did pick it. It just screams trap because of the way the Chargers put up 47 points and their rush defense was pretty trash, and you have the rush heavy Ravens. It's like there's obviously holes in the Chargers game that the Ravens can exploit, and the fact that the Chargers are getting a lot of bets, it's not a good sign, I would say, at this point. But I guess we'll see what happens, huh?
Gotta go with your gut.
All right, upset number 2 on the docket for myself. It is the Cincy Bengals, the team that has been field goal by field goal so close. I was thinking about it for a second. I was like, what if possibly I chose this game to be a tie? I feel like if there's a tie that's going to happen in the NFL this year, it's going to be the Lions and Bengals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Bengals always manage to tie.
Exactly.
They're just that team.
They just play so close to their opponents, and it doesn't make any sense. And the Lions are due. The Lions are due for a bounce back, and I talked about it in the pick of the locks episode. Due for a bounce back. The Bengals. Joe Mixon's practicing. Samaje Perine has COVID. Joe Burrow can't speak loud because of his throat. In Detroit, Dan Campbell's going to rip his kneecap off after he sent in a hitman to get Joe Burrow's throat last week. But yeah, I got the Lions upsetting the Bengals. I think Jared Goff's going to thrive in the Dome, in their home stadium. DeAndre Swift's going to have himself a game. TJ Hawkinson might sprinkle in a few points as well. Fantasy, maybe a touchdown or two. And yeah, Lions, Bengals, Lions upset, possibly tie, but I like the win.
No, I think Jared Goff's going to continue to struggle like he has this year. And I think Joe Burrow's going to have himself a game.
Fucking
Jamar Chase,
loser.
Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. I'm going to say all 3 of them get a touchdown this week.
Weak. You're weak.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, Ed. Sorry, bud. Bengals are going to win. I hate to break it to you. They're not a bad football team this year. They're pretty good, actually. They almost beat the Packers last week, like you tried to predict, but failed. And they're going to beat the Lions this week with relative ease, I would say. Yeah, they're a pretty good football team. And the Lions, they're okay themselves. I did pick them to be – I think I picked them to beat the Vikings last week at some point in time. Or, I don't know. I picked them to win. I like them. They're not a bad football team. They should have won a few games already. They just keep on getting cucked. They're not going to get cucked this week. They're just going to get flat out beat, though. So
They're not going to get cucked. They're just going to get smacked. I like it.
That's an L of a take, and you will see come Sunday by 4 o'clock, probably 3 o'clock, probably even 2 o'clock, because the Lions are going to get off to a fast lead. I'm not predicting that, actually, but
They're going to get off to a very poor start.
you're fucking tweaking. All right, next game. Got the Rams in New York. Got the Giants as the other team that's in New York, not the Jets. They're both pretty fucking bad, though. But Daniel Jones spitting up Vaseline. That was a terrible, terrible video. You guys see that angle where you're seeing his mouth?
no.
I seen something on his lip, and I was like, I didn't see him stumbling yet, and I was like, what the hell is on his lip? That looks like Vaseline. And then all of a sudden, it just zooms out, and he just like, I was like, oh, that's not good. But
Stumbling though for sure.
yeah, that was scary.
Saquon's hurt.
Kenny Galladay's hurt.
Kenny Galladay's hurt. Certain Shepard's hurt. Kadarius Toney's a little banged up.
Slayton's banged up too. Yeah, they're down to Colin Johnson, I think. Colin Johnson and like CJ Board, a bunch of useless weapons.
Well, I think Shepard's returning this week.
That's still not going to matter. The Rams are going to do their thing. And
Well, I'm just referring to their health on the offense right now. But yeah, the Rams are going to win. They're going to smack the Giants. The Rams kind of like need a bounce back slightly. So I think the Giants present a perfect opportunity for them. They're going to cook them.
Straight up backhand, huh?
For sure.
Straight up. All right. Straight up on to the next game that I think is also one of the games that I left blank initially. I had a hard time choosing because it's that close of a game. It's the Browns and the Cardinals. The Browns are at home. Cardinals are 5-0. The Browns just got 47 points put up on them last week. So they look as if they're bad defensively, but I do think they still have a decent defense, and I think it should hold up against the Cardinals this week. I'm going to take the Browns as a home upset over the undefeated Cardinals. I think they need to lose eventually, and I'm probably going to bet on these next couple of games against them until they do lose, and if this is a game they lose, I'm happy for it. But Browns over the Cardinals.
Well,
It's
last
another.
freaking 49ers over the Cardinals, and that was just not the case.
Bro, don't even. I took the 7.5 too, and I made money off of that. So just
Yeah, well, your pick was the 49ers, so
well, my pick. I'm only one game behind you, so watch your tone. Watch your tone.
you're gonna be more behind after these wonky picks that you're making this week because
You're
the Cardinals
tripping.
are on fire, and they're gonna bring out a freaking close grudged game between the Browns. A close ass game.
Close grunge game, he says.
Close grudge, not grunge.
Oh, fucking why are they holding grudges?
And yeah, I like Kyler Murray a lot. I think, yeah, like the Browns are vulnerable to good teams, and it lost to the Chiefs and it lost to the Chargers, and they're going to lose to the Cardinals too. The C's, they're vulnerable to the C's.
Yeah, so this is a tough one. It's another one where I think I went Cardinals in 2 lays and Browns in 2 lays. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have to roll with the Cardinals. Both quarterbacks seem to be banged up a little bit. Baker Mayfield's definitely banged up. Kyler Murray just came on the injury report today with a shoulder issue.
No way, did he?
Yeah, a little bit concerning considering the struggles he had last year while fighting through injury. We'll see how it fares this year. It's kind of an inevitable thing. Something you kind of have to live with when you're drafting them.
Yeah, we're starting to get into the middle of the season. So
Yeah.
injuries are gonna start.
I mean, it's not just him. It's kind of like everybody. You just got to expect injury at this point. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns win. Like I said, I have them in 2 lays, but I'm going to have to roll the Cardinals just because I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Undefeated, debatably the best football team in the league right now. Of course, there are the Bills and others, but you can't deny 5-0, and you kind of have to roll with them until they lose.
Agreed.
Cap. Alrighty, on to the next game. Another game that I kind of had trouble picking, but I came to a standstill, and I think this team is going to beat this team because of off the field things. Broncos, Raiders in Denver. Beautiful stadium, beautiful weather, And I think the Broncos are going to beat John Gruden, ex Raiders. Who do they even have as their head coach? Anybody know? I don't know who the head coach is right now.
No idea.
They made assistant coach. I forget his name, but yeah, they named one.
I want to know who's making the play calls because I don't know if they're going to use Hunter Renfrow. You know what I'm saying? And I love Mr. Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, the player prop parlays are going to be an issue with the Raiders in the coming weeks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would
wonky.
Imagine it stays relatively the same. Might go back to using Waller a little bit more heavy, just because he's the safe guy in their offense. But I wouldn't expect crazy changes.
Maybe Kenyon Drake's out of there too. Not necessarily out of there permanently, but like used like a lot less, because like that was John Gruden's like, I need that man. Give me him type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But this is another game where I'm back and forth on, but I'm gonna have to pick the Broncos. Raiders. They owe me a few $100s for last week. They lost me a parlay. They're a team that I gave some of my confidence, and they cucked me. So fuck them for that. They're gonna lose this week because of it. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Broncos too. I don't like the Raiders coming in first game with a new head coach and all this drama and nonsense going on with Gruden. I think that's just gonna create some bad juju and shit for him. And I don't think the Broncos are a terrible team. They're not great, but I like them at home against the Raiders this week for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
At home too. Yeah, it's a very vital part to my personal selection. All right. What do we got
For
next?
sure.
We got the ugly game that is the Cowboys and Patriots. I think it's going to be very low scoring. I think that the weather is going to influence the outcome, but I do think the outcome will still be the Cowboys. But I think it's a little bit of a trap. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. A little bit of trap.
No trap. I think it's very safe to take the Cowboys in this game. Throw them in your lays. Throw their spread in your lays. The Cowboys are safe. They're hot. Going against they're just not that great Patriots team.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even think this deserves much of a explanation. To be honest with you, Cowboys are going to win with ease. With ease, I tell you.
With ease, with no Russ, are the Seahawks at Pittsburgh. Now I'm taking the
Sunday
steal.
night.
Is it Sunday?
Sunday night, yeah.
That's an ugly ass Sunday night football game. I bet you when they were making the schedule, they're like, this is going to be a powerhouse week 6. You got the Buccaneers playing Thursday night. You got the Steelers playing Sunday night with the Seahawks. That's a great week. And then
They're probably
Monday night.
expecting both teams to be like on fire, like
Yeah,
good records
exactly.
coming into.
Yep, it's very, very bad. I'm taking the Steelers. Geno Smith, don't know what's going to happen there. Don't even know what's going to happen weapon-wise if they're going to, if Chris Carson's playing, I don't know. He still has that neck injury, whatever it is. DK's a little banged up. He might play. I don't know if he's going to play or not. A little scary, I would say, for the Seahawks. And the Steelers, they lost Juju. They won last week. Who did they play last week? I forget. Broncos, yeah. And that was a pretty decent game for them.
Broncos came back at the end, kind of made it interesting.
Yeah.
Claypool had 130 yards receiving. I think he'll have a little bit more of an impact on the offense. Juju gone, but Deontay Johnson's still looking good. You signed Anthony Miller.
Oh, you did sign it? I didn't see that. Damn.
Yeah, Steelers are going to win.
As well.
If you check out our lock episode, I discuss I go in depth as to why I think that'll be the case, but the Seahawks are going to struggle. Steelers are going to win. And that's that. That's all she wrote.
All she wrote. Well, that's all she wrote for
defense is
Sunday
gonna
Night Football.
The defense is going to eat against Geno Smith.
You know what's going to eat?
Josh Allen.
Stephon
Diggs.
Against the Titans secondary. Titans secondary is poopy. We all know this. The Bills offense on fire. Beat the Chiefs last week. Looking great. Monday Night Football as well. Prime time type game. It's not in Buffalo. It's in Tennessee. But I do think Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are going to hook up for a few touchdowns. It's going to be a big game for that offense. Maybe the Titans offense gets going in this game, but I don't see it happening. So I feel very confident with the Bills to win.
So do I.
Yeah. Going to be a problem at all. The Titans aren't that good. The Bills are very good. Bills, I don't know. They probably won't run the ball a ton like they usually don't. But Dawson Knox, he's been popping. Stephon Diggs, like you said, he should go crazy. He's been slouching a little bit. Hopefully he does bounce back for fantasy footballers. And in regards to the bettors, Slam, what's the little
Slam that minus 5.5.
5.5? Yeah,
Love it. Take it.
Definitely win by a touchdown for sure. No problem. Lock it in there with confidence.
Confidence.
Y'all are getting a little, you know what I'm saying?
Little what?
You guys are getting a little excited, I shall say.
No. It's being realistic out here.
Capolopolis.
Capolopolis, whatever.
Like Alopolis, comment Alopolis, and subscribe Alopolis, and check out the link in the description with all socials, the website that Brandon made, First Choice Fantasy stuff. You want to talk about some fantasy stuff, comment your locks. We'll get back to you. We'll give you some tips, some advice. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We're going to make some money. So you should do all the things that I just told you to do. And yeah, appreciate us. First choice betting. What are we doing, boys and boys?
We're signing off.
We're signing off. We're out of here.
Dude.